once again to Commerce Classroom. In this session, we will discuss about cost classification. This classification we do on the basis of similarity. We know classification is the process of grouping here cost according to their common features or characteristics. We can classify cost on the basis of its features into different categories. Our first base for classification is nature or element. On the basis of nature, we can classify costs into three: material, labor, and expenses. The second classification is on the basis of function. On the basis of function, costs are classified into production cost, administration cost, selling cost, and distribution cost. We know this production cost actually incurred from the point of purchase of raw material, then continues at the time of its production, and then we finish that product, and it actually ends where we put our product in the container, primary packing. The cost from the point of purchase to the primary packing come under production cost. Administration costs are related to the administration of the organization. It is related to the creation of policy, and it is related to the general administrative activities of the organization. Selling cost are related to creating demand for the product, and it is related to the sales activities of the company. Then distribution cost, it is related to making the finished goods available to our customers. Transportation cost, then cost of getting back to the empty packages, etc. Come under distribution cost. Then third classification is on the basis of variability. On the basis of variability, we can classify costs into fixed cost. Fixed cost remain same, fixed, irrespective of the level of output. Variable cost directly varies with the level of output. Then semi-variable cost, to some extent it remain fixed, and then after it variable, partly fixed and partly variable in nature. Then another cost is step cost on the basis of variability. Its feature is this: it varies on a fixed percentage. It varies on a fixed percentage. Then next classification is on the basis of traceability or identifiability. On the basis of traceability, we can classify costs into two: direct cost and indirect cost. In case of a direct cost, that cost is directly identifiable with a particular cost center or cost unit. Example, timber in a table. Indirect costs are those costs which are not identifiable with a particular cost unit or cost center. Then next cost classification is basis controllability. On the basis of controllability, costs are classified into two: controllable cost and uncontrollable cost. Controllable costs are those costs which we can control by the activity of any employee in our organization. Its example is variable expenses. But uncontrollable costs, we cannot control that cost by an activity of an employee in our organization, example fixed cost. The next cost classification base is normality. On the basis of normality, costs are classified into normal cost and abnormal cost. When we are doing production, normal costs are natural. It is possible to happen. These normal costs will become a part of our cost of production. Then abnormal cost arise due to certain abnormal reasons. We will not charge abnormal cost to cost of production. We charge abnormal cost to our costing profit and loss account. Then next classification is on the basis of time. On the basis of time, we have historical cost and predetermined cost. In case of historical cost, we record cost after it has been incurred. Then in case of predetermined cost, we charge cost, determine cost on the basis of certain estimates. Then next classification, it is from the point of view of a managerial decision. From the point of view of managerial decision, costs are classified into first one, marginal cost. Marginal cost is the cost of one additional unit. If we produce one additional unit from our existing production, the cost incurred for that additional unit is marginal cost. Out of pocket cost. In case of out of pocket cost, we know some amount actually spent from our pocket, something gone out, some money gone out from our pocket. Then differential cost. Differential cost actually happens if we change our level of output, if we change our level of activity. The cost arises due to that change in the level of activity is known as differential cost. Sunk cost, next managerial decision making base is sunk cost. Sunk cost is the amount of cost incurred in the past and it has no relevance in our future decision making. That cost is actually sunk in the business. In case of a replacement of an asset, we get written down value after deducting salvage value. That amount is our sunk cost. Then imputed or notional cost. Imputed or notional cost, we know that nothing gone out from our pocket as expense. This example is notional rent. Then opportunity cost. Opportunity cost, we know that we have different alternatives. If you adopt one alternative, next alternative we have to leave. Opportunity cost is the cost of opportunity which we forgot. Then replacement cost, we have assets. If we replace that asset this day, purchasing from the market, the amount we have to spend for replacing that asset is replacement cost. Avoidable and unavoidable cost. In case of avoidable cost, we can avoid that cost if we stop the activities of a particular department. If we decided to stop the activities of a particular department or production of a particular category of goods, we can avoid all costs related to including salary payable to the persons in that department. We can avoid it. Such a type of cost is avoidable cost. Then unavoidable cost is that category of cost. If we decided to drop the activities of a particular department, or if we decided to stop the production of a particular product, we cannot avoid that cost. Okay, all these are the explanation for our cost classification. I think this session is useful to all of you. We will meet again. Till then, goodbye.